I gained so many things from the Magnificent Mastermind. Number one, I gained a group of supportive people that genuinely cared about me and wanted to see me succeed. We were able to provide new perspectives for each other and able to provide solutions for each other whenever one of us was facing an obstacle. And we were able to keep each other accountable throughout the whole process. And I'm just really excited and happy that I get to check up on them and they get to check up on me, and they're just people that really care about me and I really care about them. And so I'm very happy that now I have people that want to see me succeed and are going to help me succeed in achieving my goal. Number two, vulnerability. I've always been someone that has not been a very vulnerable person. I don't like getting vulnerable. Vulnerability actually kind of scares me. And over time through this group, I was able to actually come out of my shell and be more vulnerable and be okay with being vulnerable. And I was able to create evidence that vulnerability isn't something that I should regret or be scared of, and it's instead something that makes me strong and something that can be reciprocated with love. And so that has been a really big stepping stone that I've taken within this mastermind, and it's something that I hold truly dear to my heart. And I have to thank everyone. I have to thank our facilitator, Gloria Puyo. I have to thank the members, Kathy, Joe, and Allison, and I also have to thank myself, because all it took was for me to take that out of myself and be able to show that to others and be confident within myself that I could do it. And now I have a lot more confidence in being able to be vulnerable and being able to be open about stuff like that, more personal stuff, you know, and be okay with myself and be confident in who I am. Number three, the coaching. We learned so many wonderful things with the coaching. There were so many gems just constantly being dropped throughout all of the lessons, you know, and we also, all the lessons were so relevant and exactly what we needed in that time. So one of the really good lessons we had was our why. And, you know, I've had this goal and I never really exactly knew what was propelling me forward, but there was always something propelling me forward and wanting to achieve this goal. And so being able to learn my why and knowing that I want to celebrate culture and that's my why, it really helps me and be secure in myself and in my goal, and it helps me understand why I want to move forward. And I can cling to that, and that'll help me pull forward, and you know, it'll help others understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so being able to learn my why, or you know, find it within myself, was really an amazing thing. We also learned about boundaries. There were so many gems dropped there. Joe has a wonderful quote from Boundaries: saying no to someone else is saying yes to yourself. You know, not everything has to be lose, win, win, lose. There can be a win-win, you know, like maybe you can't hang out with someone right now because you're not feeling great, but you can schedule with them later, and you know, we can create a situation where everyone's winning and no one's hurting. And I think that's really important, that like you also have to focus on yourself. You can't always be giving from an empty cup. You know, it's always important to put stuff back in so then you can just naturally give and not have to really think about it. And another one, you know, another one, we learned leadership of self. You know, leadership of self is so important. Taking accountability for my actions, you know, looking at everything I do and being able to take responsibility if I don't meet a goal, if I don't, you know, follow through on this step, but also being able to take accountability for when I do meet that goal or when I do take that step. It's really important to be leaders within ourselves, and so that was really important. But even just the quotes that would be said, you know, grace is given, it's not earned, you know, that was such a big one, because I've always thought that grace had to be earned. I never gave myself grace just out of the goodness of my own heart. You know, I just was always, you know, like, I need to do this, you know, if I want to do that, I need to do all these things in order to earn that. But no, grace is given, grace is unconditional, you know, it's love, it's all of that, and that's what grace is. And so being able to take that and learn that to heart, especially with driving, I have to give myself so much grace because I'm a beginner. Another wonderful quote she has is, you can't beat yourself up into greatness, you gotta love yourself there. That's also another one that really deeply connects to the last one. I've always been really harsh in my head, and so being able to know that like I'm only cutting myself down, I'm not lifting myself. And so when I'm able to be nice to myself and love myself through it, I'm able to learn easier and I'm able to grow instead of hinder myself. And so there's just all good things. I really want to thank my mom, Gloria Puyo, and I really want to thank Kathy, Joe, and Allison, and it was just a wonderful time, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody.